So how are the Singapore banks doing, right, as we start off 2021? What is the outlook going forward? Can there be more strength, or we might want to be careful because there could be some weakness coming back? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier advisor in Phillip Securities. So in this video, we look at the three local Singapore banks, DBS, OCBC and UOB. Alright, so I've covered the banks as well 1 or 2 months back, and we've kind of rebounded, right, from the lows we've seen somewhere in November when there were talks about vaccine. We have seen all the three banks rebounding by more than 20 to 25%. However, right, somewhere around December, there was some weakness, a bit of profit taking, and right now they are pretty much still consolidating, right? So what is the outlook as we are now in 2021? Alright, so yes, watch this video all the way to the end because I think you're going to like what I got for you. Alright, and we're going to dive into the charts for each of them to see where we could potentially head to, and if we are more bullish or could there be a bit more weakness coming in. Let's take a look. So this is DBS right over here on the 5th of January, right, the beginning of the year, and we are currently trading at about $25.34. Alright, so you can see that since like November, right over here, I covered it in the previous video, we have kind of rebounded from the lows. We've seen the support level about $19.50 to about $20. So kind of rebounded, right, by more than, I would say, 25%, hitting a high of about like $26, and that's where some profit taking happened over the past 3 weeks to a month. Alright, so let's take a look at the moving averages first in terms of the trend reversal. Alright, so if you can see for DBS, we kind of broke down, alright, this like 24.50 just pre-pandemic, alright, somewhere in February, March, right, and then sold off all the way and rebounded, came back down again, and that's where we found that support. So I mentioned, about in October, in November, about this support whereby people can start to accumulate on dips for a rebound potentially, right? But it seems like it's already happened, right? So for those who have missed the boat, I would say that right now, I'm not too sure really if you can actually head back down to those like $19.50 to $20 level, just at the lows before the vaccine was being announced, because people are a bit more positive, as I say. The reason why it's rebounded because of the market turning more positive, more bullish when people know that the vaccines will eventually be rolled out, alright, and things will eventually get back slowly to pre-pandemic. Alright, so that is the reason why we have kind of like turned bullish somewhere around like early to mid-November. Alright, in terms of the moving averages, look at this right over here. The red line, 100 days moving average has come like crossed back above the blue line. So both of these, red, and even look at the blue line, the 200 days moving average is like kind of pointing up right now. I think previously when I done it, it was still flattening right over here, but right now this blue line is pointing up. So there's a sign of a reversal slowly taking shape, right, from a down to a side to an upwards direction right now, as we head into 2021 with this red and blue line both pointing up. Alright, of course, we want to see some good support levels holding. Alright, so what is the support level for DBS right now? Let me just go ahead to show you what it is. Alright, it will be this 24, I would say 24.50 to 25. In fact, over the past 1 week, $25 would be a bit of good support, but a good support level would be somewhere around that 24.50. But you can see once it hits to that level, buyers are coming out to kind of like bargain hunt, kind of rebounded from that level. So that would be, I would say, the consolidation phase for now over the next few weeks, maybe to like probably to the end of the first quarter. Alright, 24.50 to that $26. Right, 24.50 to $26 is about a $1.50 range. Right, this is for DBS. So we might consolidate here, I would say, for over the next few weeks to maybe next 1 or 2 months, and hopefully eventually we want to attempt to break this 26, and that's where we can potentially hit back to previous, right, to before the pandemic happened, alright, somewhere in 2019. Alright, 2019, the high we have seen was that $27. Right, so $27. That would be, I would say, the upside targets, right? So market is a bit more bullish, as I mentioned, and for the banks, for DBS, there are some signs of strength coming in, and definitely a bit more bullish compared to just like in October or September, whereby it was still pretty much consolidating. There were no signs then, but right now there were definitely some signs of a good upside reversal when we broke that 22 level. All right, on talks about a vaccine, and of course with the moving averages all starting to turn up, right? So this is DBS, I would say a bit more bullish, and the new support level will be about $24.50 to $25. That's where buyers might come back. So if you're looking to kind of like buy on dips, that could be a good level to start to accumulate again, all right, for any rebound back to that 26 immediate resistance level. So this is OCBC here, alright, as of the early of Jan 2021. It's a new year, alright, and you can see right over here, let's go ahead to dive into the moving averages. So I mentioned in the previous video, there were already some signs of strength happening, right, somewhere around November, December. Look at this, right, the red line 100 days moving average has crossed back up above the blue line. So previously, it was still like pointing up, it was not above yet, but right now we are kind of like above the blue line, alright, the 200 days moving average. And look at this, right, the blue line was actually like flattening out, but right now you can see there are some signs of it pointing up, right? So I think if we hold above that immediate support level, these two lines, the 100 days moving average and the 200 days moving average, will eventually point up, and it's a good sign of a bit of bullishness coming back to the market as we hit into that 2021, as we go on into 2021, right? So this would be a support level for now. Let me just go ahead to point out for you, it's about $9.85, right? $9.85, $9.90 right over here. You can see it was previously the resistance somewhere in June. We came all the way back down, but over somewhere in November, we broke that $9.90, and then we kind of like headed up, went to about 1040, right? 1040, and that's where some profit taking came back. So range right now would be, I would say, a 50 cents range, about 990 to probably about $10.40. So it's about a 50 cents range, right? A bit smaller range compared to DBS, which is like about $1.50 range, but for OCBC is about a 50 cents range, so 990 to about $10.40. For those of you who are looking, right, to kind of like get in on dips again, yeah, you might want to consider probably below that $10 mark as it approaches that 980, 990. I think that's where buyers might start to come back up again. All right, and we do hold above this support level, I would say that the upside rebound can still happen, especially when there were some signs of a good uptrend taking shape, right, from the moving averages. Okay, so this is OCBC. I think it looks quite good, right? There are definitely some signs of bullishness this year, all right, this year, as we're seeing a turn in the moving averages, and this follow through happening, all right, in terms of the moving averages all starting to point up, and with this support level holding. So guys, if you like this video, be sure to give me an early thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate it, and it will definitely help out the YouTube channel, reach out to more people, right? Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go on to UOB, right? The final counter, the final bank that we're going to look at, and this is UOB, currently trading at about $22.68 right over here. So it looks kind of like similar to DBS and OCBC. Look at this, right? The moving averages, all of them are kind of like showing signs of strength in terms of a reversal back to the upwards direction in 2021, because just last month, somewhere around mid of December, you can see that this red line, the 100 days moving average, has same thing, crossed back up above the blue line. All right, it was pretty much down somewhere in like February, March, pointing down, and that's where the market really sold off. But right now, with this line pointing back up, I would say it's a good sign that this bank UOB is looking a bit more bullish, right, in 2021. All right, and the immediate support level for UOB would be somewhere around that 22 to 22.50. That would be the support level, right? Let me just go ahead to draw this upside rebound targets, right? So probably about 22 to 22.50. That would be a bit of a support level where buyers are starting to come back up, and upside targets would be probably somewhere to 23.50 to that $24. Look at this, quite a wide range, because for the resistance we have kind of headed all the way to like 24, all right, and that's where some heavy profit taking came back, right? After the run up of more than 20%, we touched at 24, and then sellers came back. So that's normal, right? But so that would be, I would say, a bit of a level, as it approaches that 24, maybe 23.50 to 24, sellers might come back to take some profit as well. So we might consolidate in this range, I would say, over the next few weeks or over the next 1 or 2 months. Hopefully we see a bit of consolidation before attempting to break this 24, right? So 24 is key. You can see, guys, 24 level, I think I mentioned in the previous video, and it was the good support level, all right, good support level before the pandemic really escalated, right? And that was the support level we have broke down and went all the way down. So right now you can see this support level has turned to resistance, so we might be seeing a bit of selling near 24, but if that 24 gets out of the way, we can see the upwards, the upside continue, of course the uptrend slowly progressing further, all right, and we might push to like 25 to maybe even 26 level. All right, but right now I would say 24 would be the immediate resistance, and yes, UOB is looking, I would say, a bit more bullish above this 22 to 22.50 support level. So yes guys, we have come to the end of this video, so I hope you have taken note of the key levels for the three banks, DBS, OCBC and UOB. So as I mentioned, they are looking a bit more bullish compared to like just about 2 or 3 months back, somewhere in October, September. It was still consolidating, not much of a direction, but since November, there were definitely some signs of a good upside reversal happening, and it has happened. Right now we are seeing a bit of consolidation, a bit of profit taking, which is normal, which is healthy by the way. Right, so I would say that 2021 would be probably a good year, a good year for the banks, hopefully for the entire market as well, if the banks would hold above some of those good support levels I've mentioned. Right, so yeah, you can probably think about if you have exited or taken profit and hit the high, you can think about getting in again, accumulate on dips near some of those good support for a good rebound as well. Right, so this is Joey here. I hope you liked this video. Be sure to smash the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed, right, so you will not miss out on videos like this, and of course give me a like. It will definitely help out the YouTube algorithm. Joey here, thank you so much for watching.